Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Michael Compiles. I'm Michael, obviously, and this is my very first YouTube video I've ever created. So if you've ever wanted to create your own AI powered applications, believe me, you are in the right place. Because on this channel, I'm going to show you how you can create your own AI powered applications. Really cool stuff with AI. We'll be using a fairly new programming language called Jack alongside a powerful framework called byLLM. So Jack is actually a language that is designed for AI first applications, and with byLLM we can connect large language models directly into our code in a very fairly simple and natural and fun way. So for our very first project, we are going to be building a smart expense tracker from scratch. So we are going to write the backend in Jack and then wire it up with AI to extract data from receipts and text and then create a clean front end so that we can visualize everything. Right. Okay. So why are we going to build this? Well, one, to obviously learn how to code AI applications, and two is because, well, every day we are spending money. It can be groceries, it can be transport, eating out, bills, you name it, right? And by the end of the month, most of us have like absolutely no idea where this actually went. Sometimes even when I look at my bank statement, I just see different account names, some random numbers and amounts I have no clue about, and worse, I even have some receipts in my wallet thinking that I'll go through, but I never do. We never do, right? So traditional expense trackers expect us to manually enter every detail, merchant, category, amount, and so on, and it's boring, right? It takes a lot of time, and honestly none of us can really keep up with something like that. So that is our problem, right? That is the problem now we are about to solve using an AI powered application. And the problem is pretty simple. Tracking expenses is important, but doing it manually is quite a hassle. It's too much work. So that is where AI is going to come in. We are going to build a system that reads a receipt, an image, and extracts data from it, or it can understand natural language by just putting a text into the dashboard. For example, lunch at KFC for $12, and it can even answer questions like, okay, tell me how much I spent on transport last month. So that is exactly what we are going to code, what we are going to build, a smart expense tracker powered by Jack and by byLLM. So yeah, let's roll up our sleeves, dive into the architecture, and start building this thing. So here is our plan. We are, as you can see, this is the graph structure, right? A graph in OSP is basically where the agent, OSP means object spatial programming, and the agent will essentially uh, traverse through this graph, the walker, right? So as you can see, the root, that is where the walker will start, and then it will go to the user, and then it will go through different nodes like the settings, different types of categories like food, transport, and all that, and then each category is wired to its own list of expenses to keep track of aggregates, averages, and all that. So our workers can do several tasks here, like either update the categories, retrieve expenses spent in each category, update the settings, you can set your preferred currency, and so on. And then we let's discuss our architecture. So this is basically how the system will be designed, right? We have the front end, the query interface. We can visualize our charts, add expenses, and so on. And then through an API service, we will be utilizing our workers to do several tasks, like I mentioned before. And in the AI processing box, basically, that is where we are doing an extraction of texts, reading images, and doing auto categorization as well, which is also another setting which we can enable. Either the user can categorize it by their own free will, or we can allow the system. to decide which category that particular expense should go through. And for this, we will be using GPT-4o Mini. That is how our walkers will be powered. And also, the OSP graph is basically the graph I showed you before, how our graph will be structured, how our walkers will traverse through it to get this system done. All right, let's dive into the code. So, welcome to Visual Studio. Let's start by building our backend, right? So, first and foremost, okay, yeah, let's create our basic requirements. So, we'll create the backend folder, and now I'm going to create the requirements.txt file, right? So, yeah, we are going to need Jack Lang and second, yeah, Jack Lang. Then we're going to need python.env, pillow as well, and then requests. And yeah, those are some of the basic packages we'll need. So if we have any more, we can add them later. Now I'm going to create our env sample file. We are going to need the AI API key. So because yes, we're using GPT for mini, so AI key, and also we're going to need a currency. Okay, just your API key here. And for now, let's just define our port as 8000 something. Right. Okay, so yeah, the two basic files are done. Now let's create the main.jack file. Okay, we are here, and we are going to let me just define this name as smart expense tracker. Okay, expense backend. Let's go with main.jack file. Main.jack file, and let's define what this file is about. File contains, yeah, let's say it contains the core data structures and API endpoints for the smart expense tracker application. Right. Okay. So that's done, and let's now go on and import our stuff. So we need to import OS, and we also need to import .env. So this syntax is slightly different from the usual Python syntax. This is the Jack syntax. .env and load .env. Okay. And now we need to load our environment as well. So let me create a global instance for this. So in Jack we have glob, which is actually the global instance, and because we are going to use this three different nodes and walkers, right? So okay, and then I'm going to get our enums. So we need expense categories as well as currency. So okay, wait, this syntax is a bit wrong, so I need to correct that. Yeah, there we go. All right. So autocomplete that, we can get rid of this, and we also need another enum for this text. I think okay, we don't have to put another enhanced description. I think we can leave it as this. All right, enum, and let's go with the currencies as well. Let me also add under Japanese yen to take in Sri Lankan rupees. That's I'm a Sri Lankan, and let's have LKR as well there, Lankan rupees. And now we're going to create our nodes. Okay, there we go. So yeah, let's get the user node first. Um, these attributes, we need to change it to has as in the normal Jack syntax. So let me do that first. And has add password, no need of the hash at the end. I think we can just have password. Let me just remove that, and let's get also let's have created at property. Created at. All right, and yeah, let's get rid of that comment on the top. as well. I can put some default values for the username and the email. Password, no, let's leave password as it is, I think. Yeah, you can get rid of this comment. Okay. Yeah, that's our user node. So after the root, we have the user, and then we have our settings. So let's create that node as well. We need to edit this to take preferred currency and also alert preferences, maybe budget underscore alert, and also monthly budget. So monthly budget. Okay. And next, let's create our category node. Since I'm going to have expenses categorized by the type of expense. So there also we need to add the amount. Let's add the category first. Category type. Okay, and yeah, now we can go to our expenses, which is going to be following the category node. So we need to make some additions here as well. Amount in USD and also the merchant amount in USD float. And all right, and let's also add the merchant attribute. Yes, perfect. All right. Yeah, no need of this description. Category, cool. Okay, very nice. Oh, let's also add the created at property here, I think, for good measure. So, all right, created at, right, it's a string. Okay. Next, we'll go to our workers. And yeah, that we'll do it later on. And also, I think I made a mistake here. Budget alerts needs to be a Boolean value. Oh, oops, sorry. Bool, true. Okay. Uh, okay, looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Um, oh, I think I made a mistake in the imports. This is actually the old syntax in Jack. I need to make sure that it's using the newest version. Okay. This should be between braces and remove the semicolon at the end. Yeah, looks good. I think there's an error here. Let's remove the default values for now because otherwise we'll have to put it under the other two properties. All right, so that brings us to the end of this video. And just to recap on what we covered in this episode, I went through the project overview. I explained how our graph will look like, what our system architecture will be. We set up some of our files, the requirements, the env, set up the project, and then we also defined our nodes. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about what we're going to be defining the walkers. We are also going to be implementing some of our utility functions and also test the system at that point to see whether it's all good to go. And yes, so thank you so much for watching. And if you really enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, drop a comment if you have any doubts, if you want to give me feedback. I'm fairly new to this as well, so I would really like to take some feedback and improve the quality of my content. And I'll also leave a couple of links in description. You can join our Discord channel. You can check out my GitHub repo, my project, this project in particular as well. And yeah, so thank you so much again for watching, and bye for now.